Hello there, Rule the Waves fans of YouTube. This is No-Name-017 Spore, and today we are continuing our playthrough as Austria-Hungary with a starting date of 1900. As a reminder, this series was originally live streamed on Twitch. Links to it and my personal Discord are in the video description below. This was only streamed in 720p, so that is what the video quality is going to be. And this series took place across the original 3 versions of the game, all of which are currently outdated. With all that out of the way, let's get on to today's episode. Alright, I am back. So what I wanted to see if I could do was revise our current set of carriers to carry an amount of planes divisible by some number. So I'm thinking 4. So the Minervas are good. Carnton is not good. Here we go, Advanced Director. We would want to refit the anti-aircraft guns. What I might do is I might just decrease Carnton's air capacity. Yeah, we've not invented aircraft catapults. Can we please get on that, scientists? My scientists are incompetent, I think. Alright, so AA directors. So we can get 4 anti-aircraft directors on the ship. We can do that, and then we want to spend the rest of this on AA positions. And now we actually do still have a bit of weight left. Oh yeah, insufficient topside space. Let's increase it to 8 extra dual-purpose 3-inch guns, and then just reduce the number of those. So now we have less planes, but it is a very consistent amount. And what I was originally thinking about doing was squadrons of 4 or 5, but now I'm thinking about doing squadrons of 4. And the reason I want to do squadrons of 4 is so I can very easily move the squadrons around from ship to ship. So we'll do that for Carnton then. And get her 2 squadrons of 4. Send Carnton in for the rebuild. Admittedly, I want to see if I can get an extra plane on the Lathas here. Which is still something I can't do. If I bulge it, I can. But that's going to be minus 3 knots. Honestly, those only carry 15 aircraft. It might just be good to scrap them and then stick with the better CVLs. Yeah, okay, so in the CVs. So the Minervas are gonna be refit here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna clear those. And probably just do that. So then I wanted to see if I could get 40 aircraft in here. Delete turret, delete turret. Oh yeah, just add 2 5-inch turrets, I suppose. Oh, I should have You know what? Yeah. I've screwed up my refit. No, cancel. Because I wanted to redesign Carnton's top side. I wanted to redesign that. So we're going to have to send her into refit again just so that I'm less annoyed. But yeah, Minerva-wise. So we're going to try to get maybe an additional 6 planes on her. Switch these out to a couple of 6-inch guns. Fire control is not the best available. Go Advanced Director then. Or, actually, I do want to see if I can push the 40 planes. So, no armoring on the secondaries anymore. No, we'll do 1 inch on the secondary still. Additional armament, move all of that. We'll get 2... I'll go down to 12 secondary guns. So we can actually get some half-decent medium anti-aircraft on it. So which one is the structure? That's the structure. And we are going to want to basically rebuild this structure here. I should not build structures in this game. Not ones like that. Alright, so there we go. Do that. I should do that down here-ish. More. Yeah, we can slant it up slightly like that, but then we want to probably do something more like that. Ah, it still looks odd and misshapen. Rebuild our Minervas. And our Falks. Darn it. So we'll move down to 32 air capacity. And then just pump her full of anti-aircraft guns. I don't know why I decided to go with squadrons of 4 rather than squadrons of 5, because I'm a flippin' moron. And I committed to the decision as soon as I sent the other ones in. Alright, so. Yeah, cover it. Too many guns. Apparently. Dual purpose. Too many guns for ship type. We'll get rid of the midships ones. And then, yeah, anti-aircraft directors. We want all 4. Okay, it's just reduced a little bit. Yeah, I think that's fine. So that's gonna be a lot of small anti-air. Well, if we reduce that a little bit. Come on. So it can go up to only 10. Screw it, I'll go to 20 though. Just so we have all these dual-purpose guns. Alright, so Erzurg Friedrich. Yeah, you're crap. I'm sorry. Goodbye. So we're gonna keep Tyrol and Lisa around. They're not crap yet. Zrini's still good. Zrini's our best. I think the Tegetovs are still good enough.
for the moment, even though they're going to go obsolete pretty quickly. The Monarchs I think we can keep in service for a little bit. Alright, so I just want to make a list of the carriers I have. Fault class, 32 planes. Alright, aircraft types. So what do we have? We have 2 flying boats right now. One's a little faster, one has a bit better of range. Torpedo bomber wise, we only have the one. Float plane scout wise, we have 2. Yeah. Dive bomber wise, we have 1 development and 1 current one. And I'll probably stick with the one, or I'll probably have them both. But yeah, we need a new fighter. Badly. Alright, so now the Panthers, we gotta rebuild, I think. I think it's time to put some K guns on them. Fire control is not the best available. I don't care. I mean, we converted these into minesweeping ships. Yeah, we can't actually really get those guns on them. We're not going to make effective sub-hunters anymore. Now these guys we might. Can we get minesweeping gear? Yeah, we can. It will require deleting our torpedo mounts. I think it's also going to require deleting a turret and moving one to R. Make that dual purpose. We'll go central firing. Oh no, we'll go local only. But we'll add an AA director. Yeah. So we're gonna rebuild these guys into that, which will be a half-decent escort ship. So the Sazamos class here. Yeah, we still have a lot of room to work with these guys. Alright, K-guns up to 2. Minesweeping gear, enable it. Anti-aircraft directors, put 1 on the ship. I'm probably just going to delete that mount and decrease that mount to 1. You should be dual-purpose guns. You will no longer have a Q turret. And, we're going to have a couple anti-aircraft guns as well. So is there anything we can do with the Panthers? Because they are just, at this point, minesweepers. And they might be kind of shit minesweepers at that. So, you either turn them into minesweepers or we do something like this. And then turn them into protection ships. Or mine layers. Alright, so with that, mothball all of those guys. We don't really need... keep some of the planets in the reserve fleet and keep those guys. Actually, those guys are elite status right now. Do we need to rebuild them though? That is the question. As good as like K-guns and such would be, I think we're gonna leave them in service. So We're gonna move, say, those two to the reserve fleet and keep the other ones active for the moment. Cruiser-wise, not a huge fan of these things, to be honest, and I know I'm gonna lose crew quality by doing this here. But I suspect these ships are gonna be rebuilt. So 16, so the first 8 should probably all be mothballed. And then I'd say everything but the Helgoland's plate, or a couple of the more recent Helgolands. Okay, so there we go. So now we are getting some money. And now, battleship-wise, we have 5 mothball the Tegetovs. We don't need them. And then move the Monarchs into the reserve fleet. And we probably could do that to those guys too. And now we just barely have enough money to get by. Oh yeah, one more thing I wanted to do. CV-wise, we are sticking with 4 aircraft per ship. Although I will want to rebuild Carnton a second time because I want that to look a little larger. We are ordering a fighter, yeah, because we do need that. Our fighter's a 1928 design at this point. Nothing else has come along better than that since then. We got a new dive bomber, even if it does have a little less range, that speed's good. 171's better than that. What's our torpedo bomber doing right now? Our torpedo bomber's only doing 129. What was our previous torpedo bomber? The Lloyd 57. That was actually a little faster. Alright, so yeah, air groups. So those are expert. We're gonna keep our expert groups here. Disband, 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 and disband, disband, and disband, 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 and disband, 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 and disband, 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 and disband. Those guys are all an expert, expert, and expert. So the next thing I want to do is I only want squadrons of 4 aircraft per. Yeah, so this is just, and I can easily swap these around if I have a nice number of aircraft, and having only 4 aircraft per squadron means that my carrier strikes can be a little bit more customized, and I do want to experiment with that. Yeah, and they can only bring them down to squadrons of 4, it looks like. Which I think is fine. Change number to 4. Change number to 4. Change number to 4. Change number to 4. And I actually want to work out. Okay, so that's 32 planes, which is, okay, let's see. 32 divided by 4. It's going to be 8. So F fighter squadrons, TB squadrons, and DB squadrons. So I'm thinking 4, 2, and 2 squadrons. Yeah. Especially in the Mediterranean, we're going to need more fighters in the future. So that's the Fault class at 32. Then the Minerva class, CA, holds 40 planes, which is 10 times 4. Which means fighter, we're going to want a fighter, torpedo bomber, and dive bomber. 10 times 4, so I'm going to say, see, 4 fighters, 3 torpedo bombers, 3 dive bombers, I think. Actually, you know what? I'll probably go 3 fighters on the other one. And then torpedo bombers have done a lot of work, so I'm going to go with 3 of them for now. And then on the Carnton class CV, we have, what is it, 52 planes now? And 52, let's see, what is that? I forgot to bring my calculator up because I had to restart Windows for 2 reasons. So 52 divided by 4 is 13. So that is 13 squadrons of aircraft. 13 times 4, which means... how many of each do I want? So fighter squadron right, or fighter squadron right, fighter squadron wise, and torpedo bomber squadron wise. How many do I want? So 12 divides evenly into 4 groups of 3. So then we'll have 5, 4, and 4 on Carnton. So air base 40, which is 10 times 4. We'll have... actually, we need more planes on that one. So that'll be F, TB, DB, but then also FB for flying boat, S for seaplane, and then what else? M for medium, or MB for medium bomber. So that's 6 to divide it from. I think we want 2 fighters. Let's see. If it's 6, then 4 of them get 2 and 2 of them get 1. I'm thinking 1 seaplane squadron and 1 medium bomber squadron. Well, 2 medium bomber squadrons. I want to... I might axe the... or I might axe the float plane scout and just go with the medium bomber approach. Or I get 1 float plane scout, 1 set of medium bomb... or not medium bombers, flying boats. Alright, so that is good. That is what I want. Alright, so now I have a bit more monthly budget. I'm gonna wait till everything gets back. Thank you all for watching. As a reminder, the like and subscribe buttons exist. Do with them as you please. If you want to watch my live streams from which this video originates, you can go to my Twitch page. And if you want to keep up with the live streams and interact with my nearly non-existent community, you can join my Discord. Links to both are in the description below. Goodbye, everyone.